something I can see turning out of that black hole, two luminous discs. The eyes, it might be a face, might be almost a... But heavens, something wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. Now it's another one, and another one, and another one. They look like tentacles to me. Oh, yeah, I can see the thing's body now. It's large as a bear. It glistens like wet leather, but that face, ladies and gentlemen, it's indescribable. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it. It's so awful. The eyes are black, and they gleam like a serpent. The mouth is a kind of V-shape with saliva dripping from its rimless lips and seem to quiver and pulsate.
When we last left off, our heroes had wandered into the Palm Bridge Resort and Spa, where they attempted to find Dr. Julian Springwood out among the people and on a specific meeting that he had planned on the laptop that our heroes had stolen. Remember, you're allowed to steal his laptop if he's a creep.
All crimes are legal if you're doing them to somebody who sucks. You heard it here first.
I mean, Alister's something diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, you work for the government. I might be in trouble.
I think the thing is that I work for the government, but I don't think that actually if I get caught, I don't think that does anything for me.
Are you sure?
No. It hasn't happened yet.
Ezra, we're all Americans here. We all know that's not necessarily true.
I mean, this is a fantasy world in which aliens are real and maybe the justice system operates differently.
That's true.
Let's not get too fantastical. Fucking machinations beyond our control that we can't comprehend or else we go mad. But enough about the Supreme Court.
Anyway.
Elder beings? Should I have said elder beings? Anyway.
It was still funny. Anyway.
Thank you. That's where we last left our heroes. I believe the two of you had a specific plan for getting close to Dr. Springwood.
We sure
did. So we've confirmed that he is in the restaurant having a meeting with this multi-billionaire or something. Multi-billionaire? Doesn't matter. Somebody with a lot of money. And I was like, Alister, please, can we steal waiter uniforms and do a hitman? And he was like, yeah, sure. So that's the plan, I think, currently, is to break into the, employee lounge. Lounge? The fuck? Like, the employee locker room and get some uniforms.
I definitely would not consider it a lounge. Yeah, the two of you are at the entrance to this restaurant. I'm going to say that there is a kind of one of those bars in which it's evident... One of those bars that's kind of clearly an island in the sense that the back is not flush with the wall, and there's a path back to the kitchen behind the bar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Picture a really fancy restaurant or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a certain sleekness to this kind of place. It's maybe the people duck in and out of the kitchen from behind that bar.
Yeah, sure. Okay, totally.
Which is itself obscured by the wall with all the liquor bottles on it and everything, and the cool track lighting.
Yeah. It's all glass and metal and shit.
That shit. Yeah, you get it. You get the look.
Yeah. I've not been to many of those kinds of restaurants in my life, but I'm familiar with the concept.
No. No, I don't make that kind of money.
So presumably, though, wherever the break room is or wherever, people change, that's not going to be here. That's going to be in a different part of this building, probably? Does that seem like a correct assumption to make?
Probably. That might be you're right, that might be a behind the front desk sort of thing instead of an in the kitchen thing.
There's a back
or
house.
in the restaurant thing.
Yeah, where we might need to badge in, but I think we should try and track this down first.
I think it's definitely worth it to see.
We might be able to do that thing where they always tell you not to do that when you have a badge system, where they're like, don't let anybody in. You have to make everyone behind you badge in. No one ever does that, though.
No.
No, I let people into my place of work all the time.
It is what it, especially if you work, like, in a place where you know everybody, it's not a big deal. But, like, if we pretend that we work there, if we mentioned this in the last episode, if you have the aura of somebody who knows where they're going, people tend not to judge that, and they just let you in. So if we head towards that door like it's going to open for us, somebody's going to let us in.
That's right. Y'all have explored with the concept of confidence, perhaps the most elusive mystery in the past. And I look forward to seeing you try to grapple with that madness again.
Yeah. Sounds great. Let's go. I'm good at this.
Okay, so reverse course back to the lobby?
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
What we left off was I was specifically like, these places are laid out roughly the same. The, like, locker room area is probably this way.
Yeah.
So, if I'm, like, incorrect about that and I need to reverse course, that's fine. But I do remember specifically saying, like, we're headed for where people usually, like, change.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for that because that seems like a pretty easy thing to intuit. And if you super colossally fucked it up, I don't know where this chapter would go. But I'm going to say, yeah, maybe you back up away from the restaurant and you notice, like, behind the way the guests are kind of funneled into this area, behind the natural, like, flow of this room, you see, like, a little hallway off to the side that has some of those unlabeled doors that you would expect, like, oh, this is either maintenance or this is like a locker room or any sort of authorized personnel only place. And for a hotel, that is really either towels, a boiler, or a place to change. But yeah, I'm going to say you definitely find the door that would lead to that. Maybe it is even labeled like laundry facility, or it has like a single, like a single image sign, an iconographic sign. How you get in there, up to you. It is definitely locked from the outside.
And does it have a like a badge entry or something, or does it? Is just a?
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's like maybe a little, like, one of those kind of mounted black boxes near the key lock. Maybe not super wide, just a real
little rectangle.
Tap and go in.
Do you? This is maybe an odd question. You have a little ID printing machine. Do you have anything that will allow you to, like, fake a badge like this, like an RFID? That seems like a government thing. I don't know.
Spoofing RFID is one of those things that requires a little bit more advanced planning.
Fair enough.
Fortunately, but if I just put my ear up to the door, do I hear anybody in there?
I'm gonna say you probably hear. You know what? I'm going to say you hear the humbada of a large-scale washing machine.
Okay, yeah. I was absolutely just going to knock on the door and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot my badge. Can you let me in? I'm late.
I mean, we could try that. There might be somebody in there. We just can't hear him because of the machine.
You know what?
We do both have fate points still, too. We could absolutely spend it. If we don't have to spend a fate point, that would be nice because we have limited resources here. But, like, we have that option. I still have 2 of mine.
I don't think I have... I don't think I'm the kind of person who, like, is much of a pickpocket. So I don't think it's gonna be a, like, go find somebody, bump into them, steal their, like... That's not the kind of, like, con shit I do. I mean, maybe
it doesn't seem like the kind of con shit you do.
I don't think that's what... No, I think I know how, like, abstractly, but I don't think I'm very good at it. You have to be more charismatic.
You have to have sleight of hand for that. I don't know if Alister has sleight of hand.
Yeah. Is sleight of hand a separate thing in this game? I can never creep.
It would be all under burglary. I was just making it. Well, it's a dex roll, as opposed to like a wisdom or a charisma roll.
Yeah.
But in this game, no, it's all under one thing. I just think for character purposes, we can say, like, I don't think either of us are sleight of hand kinds of guys. We're charisma builds. I'm charisma and wisdom, and you're charisma intelligence.
We are, unfortunately, both charisma builds.
High charisma team must break into a building and realizes that they can't talk their way in and out of this one. But yeah, let's just knock on the door and see if there's somebody in there.
Yeah, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll something for me. Any of your social skills.
Cool. That's an interesting
Or
question.
fight. I don't know.
Do you even have fight?
Um,
That's my job.
no. Only one of us has fight here. I mean, I would like to roll deceive because I am knocking and doing the like, hey, is anybody in there? I forgot.
I left my badge at home, and I need to.
Forgot. Yeah, I left my badge at home. I'm gonna be late. Can somebody let me in? Please let there be somebody in here. I'm going to roll 4d6, and I would like to use Flash the Badge, which is I get a +2 bonus to... I get a +2 deceive when fabricating a reason to be somewhere I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah. That's the
This is my
limit, is
whole
that
jam.
because you can only use that in a very specific case, that's why you don't have to spend a fate point.
Okay, that's... Oh my god, I hate this game. That's 1 positive, 1 negative, 2 neutrals.
Rough.
Again, because I roll a 0 every single time I play this stupid...
Rough.
I have so many d6s, and it does not seem to matter which ones I'm rolling. Anyway, that does give me a 5, because I'm good at deceiving,
That's
and I get a
so
+2
fucking
bonus.
You
So,
still rolled so
you know,
high.
This is one of those... Look, this is my whole
Yeah, it's
thing.
like me rolling empathy. Like, it's just,
Alistair
we're always going to do pretty good at that.
Yeah. Alistair's whole character is I put on a polo shirt and everybody assumes
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be there. Weaponized white male mediocrity.
You knock on the door.
Yeah. I knock on the door and I'm go, hey, really hope somebody's in there. Hey, I left my stupid little key card at home, and I'm gonna be late. Is there anybody in there? Can you please let me in?
Sure. Yeah, I'm going to say mere moments later, less than 20 seconds or so, like especially after the knocking and all that, someone rushes to the door and opens it, inward into the room. It is indeed a kind of kitchen laundry facility where, presumably all the tablecloths and everything come through. And someone says, "Could you keep it down? The restaurant is right there."
Sorry. I'm gonna duck in before they have a chance to ask me why or what I'm doing.
I think that was so convincing. Maybe they do just walk away, but they kind of mumble like, we got to keep it professional or something. As they walk away with, I don't know, maybe a clipboard. They're some kind of distracted.
Cool. All right, we're in.
Yeah, I think
Actor
only
voice.
you got in with that, though.
Nice.
I don't think it, because you only... So I think I'm just going to be in the hallway, unless you can think of some way it makes sense for me to have also snuck in with you.
I'm gonna...
You
Well,
can stick
I'm gonna
your,
wait till there's not anybody
and just
else
let me in.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Alright,
wait
works
till
for
they
me.
leave and then let you in.
Cool.
Yeah, person's left the room.
Yoink.
Okay. Yeah, I just crack the door open and I'm like...
Okay. Yep. Then I'll
motion
just
to
slip in
Saint to come
and
in.
quietly close the door behind me.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's one of those massive kind of laundry facilities you would think of, a bunch of stacked machines. Like a wall of them, like a laundromat. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say there are a number of finished uniforms for all parts of the hotel. Not just wait staff, but also, cleaning service, pool, side service, like all that kind of stuff. Maybe even like the suit jackets for the people at the front desk. And everything is hanging up on these rows of clothing bars, like those mobile kind of closet bar.
Oh, yeah.
Things that you would see moving back and forth, backstage at a fashion show or whatever.
Hell yeah.
But there's just rows of them, and they've all got their little tags on them to let people know who they belong to and all that. But yeah, you have free range of the laundromat facility, and you do see some waiter uniforms. I am thinking of a scene in Heat.
Which
Still
one?
haven't seen Heat.
Heat's a good movie.
I really need to watch Heat.
At the very end, when Robert De Niro sneaks into the hotel, and he grabs a uniform, he does the, "Hey, they got the room number wrong. Can you let me know where Blank is staying?"
where he like calls in.
Which is he puts on that Navier jacket, so he looks like
that's us right now, and we're gonna go kill him. Man.
Service.
No, just kidding.
Yep. I'm gonna. How different are the cleaning staff uniforms and the wait staff uniforms? Like, do they have the same pants?
I would say they're. I'd say probably the pants are similar, but those are definitely two different like tops for sure.
Yeah, sure.
But no, I'm gonna say the wait staff pants would probably be like dress slacks, as opposed to maybe a more utilitarian something for the cleaning crew.
That's fair.
Yeah,
or a rougher
something that
fabric
will clean
anyway.
better. That doesn't need to be dry cleaned or whatever.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
For the wait staff, I'm truly picturing like a kind of like a, red vest and a bow tie sort of thing.
I was gonna say, is it? Did you say that it's a little bit tropical themed?
Might be a Hawaiian.
It is a little
shirt.
bit tropical themed. I think I did say that.
Maybe we have. It might be one of those like the cool like white on white embroidery. The like camp shirts that are really popular in like the Philippines.
Yeah,
with
those
like
are
khaki
nice.
pants or something.
Those things bang.
Hell
I want
yeah.
one really bad.
Yeah, you're right. What was I picturing? I was picturing a restaurant run by theater like.
There are
ticket
nice
takers.
restaurants that would have something like that. This is just not necessarily the vibe of this particular hotel. You're thinking like New York.
Yeah, let's do something like that. Everyone has to have them buttoned up, but they are absolutely those kind of the kind of like Hawaiian shirt, or rather more tropical oriented shirt that you don't have to tuck in.
Yeah.
That like cuts off at the waist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion. Anyway, so yeah, let's just get that. Let's just
Yeah.
make that happen.
All right, let's go.
Cool. Yeah, you grab into them, and there's probably a bathroom attached to this area. You successfully change.
Cool.
Okay.
Your next step, 47, is to infiltrate this lunch.
Right. I've like never even played Hitman, and my brain is just doing Hitman.
Yeah, you walk back out to the restaurant at large. Like I said, Dr. Springwood, the Mackenzie Roberts that he's meeting with, and the very large gentleman with the dragon tattoos. I wish I hadn't framed it like that because I have to think of that fucking book every time now. Are all sitting.
Yeah, the yellow David Fincher filter descends upon us.
That's right. Springwood and Roberts are sitting across from each other, and then the larger gentleman is taking up the third chair on one of those tables. Yeah, I'm going to say this place is like half full. It is the lunchtime, crowd, and, everyone has their dinner around the same time, but not everyone has lunch around the same time at a big resort like this. So I'm going to say you're like half capacity or so. Cool. There's probably an empty table nearby.
Yeah, we should probably try and grab tables that are near him, but not near enough that anyone's going to recognize us, because at least two of the people at that table would recognize us if they noticed, so...
Yeah. Yep.
Let's start pretending to clean and snooping. Would that be an investigate to snoop?
Snoop.
Here?
Snoop.
To listen
Snoop,
in?
Snoop.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Do you want us both to roll?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Can this be one of the... I'm going to keep asking questions of you because you're the DM. Is this one of the situations where we roll together and our rolls add up to try and meet the... Could be like... Is this like a help each other
yeah,
out,
sure.
or
I like
we
that.
Separately trying to... Okay, great. I have a +2 to investigate.
Okay.
It is a fair skill for me.
As do I.
I rolled pretty good. I rolled 2
off!
neutrals and 2 positives. So for me, that is a 4 total. What'd you roll, Monfrere?
Okay, I roll once again. I've rolled 3 negatives and 1 neutral.
Okay,
I have a
so
plus
you have a
2.
-1 and I have a
Cool.
+4, so that brings us to a 3 total.
So I love to be a hindrance. I'm trying to decide where my -1 comes from.
You get 2 into actually cleaning the table to listen. No, this must be you're too far away. Like I managed to grab the closer table.
I think I end up with tables where there's people having loud conversations in between me and that other table, and I can't move around too much without making it obvious what I'm doing, so I just end up kind of trying to read body language, but I really can't hear what's going on.
Sure, this is maybe this is feels like too laid back of an environment for some people. Some people are being kind of boisterous with their conversations.
It's
There's
the lunch
full-on
seating,
shit.
you know,
And people
it's
are like,
less
it's
formal.
like lunchtime. People are a little drunk.
I'm going to say a large tourist family comes
boy.
in, and you kind of get handed the stack of menus by whoever's up front to
Fair.
seat them. And I'm going to say that Alister gets kind of trapped in some conversation with a large tourist family. One of those multi-generational vacations.
Incredible.
He asked you what you want, Grandma, to eat.
Oh God.
His fucking ingrained, you know, fucking waspy Massachusetts or whatever politeness kicks in.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you every time.
And he's just like, yeah.
Hi, how can I help you folks today?
Me bullshitting furiously. What's the special? Me fucking, I don't know, fam.
What does it fucking look like? There was a board right when you walked in.
Saint, you're closer up. You see Roberts and Springwood they're talking very directly with each other. Roberts has more of a kind of casual, laid back feel. Maybe she's got an arm over a chair or whatever. I'm going to say that there is a fourth person who comes back from one of the restrooms and sits down with the three of them that are already there. And this individual is wearing, maybe they're dressed a little too heavily for the weather. Let's do like kind of like a gray charcoal suit or something like that. But it doesn't look like it's the right material for, well, no, it's 55 degrees because it's fucking January. Whatever. Anyway, they're a little.
They're wearing a vest
overdressed,
with
though,
it, which
either
is
way.
like, you're at this restaurant. you're wearing a 3-piece at this restaurant. What do you think we are, Mad Men? Anyway, but this person.
Sits down with them. I'm gonna say that a couple. I don't know. They're not there for very long before Roberts kind of points them toward the bar, perhaps asking for some privacy, because that is where that individual sits up and walks over to.
Okay, seems like an assistant, maybe?
Perhaps.
Okay. Can I hear what they're talking about?
I'm going to say that there is a discussion of an exchange of sorts. And I'm going to say that Mackenzie Roberts reaches into a bag that the assistant left behind and pulls out something that is wrapped in a couple layers of fabric and hands it through the larger gentleman over to Springwood, who kind of unwraps it. I'm going to say, like poker, like trying to read someone else's cards at poker, you are maybe not directly behind them and cannot see him holding up his full house. But you can see him kind of look delighted, partially pick something up away from the wraps of fabric and kind of turn it over back and forth in his hand a bit before setting it back and closing the wrapping.
What was I saw the fabric cover item. Kind of what size and shape was it?
Maybe about 2 feet long or so.
Rectangular?
Maybe about a foot and a half. Pretty thin, like a very thin rectangle. Okay. Yeah, a foot and a half long, only a couple inches across.
I want to talk to that assistant, but I can't conveniently do that in the outfit I'm currently wearing. Z, here's what I'm thinking as a rough plan. I go back and change back into my street clothes and try and get in with this assistant. You stick it out here and see if you can get an eye on whatever that object is, because he was face to face with me. Springwood spent a lot of time identifying me specifically. However, the flaw I see in this plan is he also tagged you in that tent. I don't know. Yeah. I'm worried about him seeing both of us. So I think one of us should try to figure out what this object is. But that could also be done back at camp, back at base. We can always break into his thing again and try and grab it there. We don't necessarily need to identify it now. I think it's worth trying to talk to that assistant, though, to see if maybe they could spill the beans on what this meeting is about.
No, that's completely fair. I think, Springwood does know what Alister looks like, but I mean, he really does rely on looking just like the most generic human being alive.
Yeah, the reason any of this works is because he looks like every other dude. So do you want to go with that plan then?
Yeah, I think you should definitely peel off and see if you can talk to this assistant guy, and I will kind of continue to just...
Okay. Yeah.
You know, if I really think they're, like, distracted, try to get a little closer.
Yeah.
So
I'll try
and roll better.
So yeah, once Alister is free from the Loud family, I will peel off with him, let him know what's going on, and then go back to probably just like a random bathroom somewhere to change back to my street clothes.
Sounds good. So, Alister, that places you front and center.
Yep, sure does.
You drop off a ticket of orders that is probably unintelligible to the chef.
Yeah, I absolutely do, and then I walk away before I can get yelled at.
Yeah, change of plans. Then, Saint, you are back at the bar. You are free to talk to that assistant if need be. And, Alister, you are around the table some more.
Cool. Do you want to go firsty, or do you want me to? I've had a little bit of Saint time, but...
I mean,
I'm
that's
also
the
happy to
question.
just
I
keep
feel like
going
the
if you'd
question
like.
is kind of, can I roll again? Can I try to roll notice rather than investigate?
That makes sense to me.
Okay, there we go. That's 2 positives, a neutral, and a negative, so that works out to a.
What's your notice?
That's a 2. So that's a total of 3, right?
Yeah, you're walking back and forth when you can overhear this conversation further as you're kind of meandering through various tables. You're trying to of course kind of keep up your appearance of just being part of the staff.
I think I'm trying to kind of like keep it to like I bus tables. Don't ask me questions.
Sure. You're maybe taking your time then loading in some plates or whatever.
Yeah, you know, making sure all the silverware looks neat, et cetera, et cetera. Keeping my head down as much as possible.
You start to overhear the conversation between Dr. Springwood and his guest. And I bet you can hear the phrase, "That does appear to be authentic. That is my father's mark. Can I ask how you came into possession of this?" To which his guest replies, "Shouldn't you be able to tell me that?" He seems to just be kind of laughing that off.
Okay. So it's something that would have been manufactured by the Springfield.
So some kind of audio equipment,
That's
presumably.
Yeah, and something small.
Mixing board, maybe? Seems
Yeah,
kind of
or a
unlikely.
part.
Yeah, part makes more sense for sure.
It's possible that it's some kind of part. I'm gonna file that away because I'm gonna have to go see if I can find any. Ooh, I wonder if I can find like a list of patents filed by the Springwood company. I mean, this is one of those things where it's like, I'm just gonna keep listening for as long as I can. Did
Sure.
we agree on like yeah? So if we want to cut back to Saint, but this is something that he's okay. So he has. That is interesting that he would be trying to get something from his family's company from her.
Some kind of component that she, as somebody who's interested in the occult and has a lot of money, was able to get access to that he is not necessarily familiar with. Presumably, because ZU made that excellent guess that something, the way that he's like getting into people's brains has something to do with the audio, and I'm wondering what this part contributes to that setup.
Okay. Cool.
I've been learning a lot about PC building because I'm going to be building a PC somewhere the next week or two, and so my brain is just thinking about parts now, of like parts of different audio setups.
That fucks.
At last, my father's cat girl
Cat girl headphones.
My father, who was a hot tub streamer back in
No, stop.
Coming to you live from this hot tub.
Twitch
on the
Twitch.tv
radio.
/Springwood Acoustics. Stupid ass
I love
joke.
it. It's deeply cursed.
Okay. Anyway. Okay, my turn.
Here, Ezra said that Alister wanted to keep listening. So I'm going to give some more dialogue.
Okay.
I'm going to say you have to step away for a little bit, and then you kind of step back and hear some more. You know, it's Doppler affecting in and out. I'm going to say that you hear Mackenzie say something to the effect of, It's of no use to me anymore. My team has already gone over it, and I am more than willing to return it back to whence it came from. And of course, in exchange for your half of our agreement.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm going to say you lose the track of the conversation a little bit, but you
Sure.
do see Mackenzie Roberts very pointedly point to the individual at the bar, and then up to her own temple.
Oh. Okay. Does the individual at the bar have any body language indicating anything weird's going on with them?
Slumped, stressed, doing the kind of both hands around their cocktail.
Oh, okay.
Almost
Were
as
they
if-
doing that before?
Yes.
Okay.
They look a little winded. It's the kind of the way you hold a glass like you're trying to warm yourself on hot cocoa, but it's cold alcohol.
Okay, interesting. So I still have some time, but I also want to be like, I don't want to be stuck out here if Saint gets into trouble. So, because they've been talking for quite a while. I guess I'll just keep an eye out for like the signs of that conversation winding down. Because I want to be out of here when they're leaving. I don't want them to like stand up and see me.
Sure.
Actually, you know what I want to do? Because I'm just going to say for, unless there's anything else you want to give me as the DM, I want to make my exit, but I want to, like, kind of... I'm trying to decide if I want to go past the person sitting at the bar and do the, sir, can I get you anything? Like, are you okay? Or do the subtle sort of, like, do you need anything? Just to see if they're, like, fucking comatose or some shit, like...
Sure, yeah. If you want to walk around to the other side of the bar, or do you want to approach?
Yeah, I'll say just like on my as I'm like on my way out, just kind of like swing past them, like pick up some stuff that needs to go back to the kitchen area, and then like swing past them.
Sure, yeah, you do just that. If you want to initiate that conversation directly.
Sure. Yeah, I think I'll do I have, I mean, I hate to make assumptions about what kind of address someone wishes to have used, which is an unfortunate part of working retail.
I mean, you go just go for a classic, excuse me.
Yeah. I think, I'll just sort of quietly do an, excuse me, can I get you anything?
Sure, yeah, they look up and, let's say they order another old-fashioned. You are noticing they're starting to slur a little bit.
Do they smell like they're drunk?
They definitely smell sweaty. Yeah, let's add a tinge of alcohol there.
Sure.
Is that the same smell? No, but one can cause the other.
Yes.
And often does.
How... Yep. Love to get... What is it that... Okay, so it seems like they're just drunk, probably.
Mm-hmm. At least toasted a little bit.
At least toasted.
Buzzed, I mean.
I don't know if that would be over service if I also am not going to go mix this person in an old-fashioned, but I will, I guess, pass that along to the... I don't know, I think I'm just going to ignore it. Maybe. They seem like they're too out of it to notice.
That could leave me an opportunity to offer to buy them a drink when I need them later.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go back out. I'm gonna drop off my stuff or whatever and go to like change back out of my pilfered uniform, and I want to text Saint just drinks old fashions.
Before you leave from the other side of the bar, you can see that all three of the people at the table are making intense eye contact with the back of this individual's head.
Oh shit, okay. That's very weird. Really, really, man.
And they don't look familiar at all?
Yeah, okay.
Pardon?
They don't look familiar at all?
This person, they don't look familiar.
No.
Interesting.
Okay. Tense eye contact with the back of their head.
Yeah, why are they staring at this person? What's their deal?
Okay.
And why are they part of this exchange, it seems like?
I want to drop something. I want to drop a glass.
Okay.
I want to drop a glass, or I want to do something, not necessarily drop a glass, I want to, like, knock a glass over in front of them. Something that's not going to make enough noise that the whole restaurant can hear, or would immediately register. I want to see if this person, if stimuli that is close to this person makes them react. I want to see if I can see if they're somehow piggybacking on this person's senses.
Interesting. Listener, you can't see this because obviously this is an audio format. The way Ben and I both just smirked at this idea. Ezra, this is a lovely idea. This is very clever.
I love doing this because I love it when I just, like, make some, like, wild leap like that.
But it's interesting.
And sometimes Ben has to be like, you are actively attempting to climb the wrong tree, and other times he makes this face at me, and I'm like, does that mean I'm onto something, or does that mean this is just a cool idea?
Who's to say? It is a cool idea, for sure.
You drop a glass. The man...
Yeah, like... or, like, knock over on the bar. You know, I don't want to, like, drop it on the ground, because, like,
Everybody
that's going to make
notices
everybody...
when that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
You slide forward a glass in such a way that it trips over one of the edges of the bar, however this bar is structured. Maybe it's one of those ones where there's kind of like an upper lip in the center, so there's like a customer side and a behind-the-counter side. And it slips over, and it kind of tumbles off of the bar.
Or, like, tips over, like, maybe spills some ice onto, like,
Sure.
in front of them.
I'm going to say the glass actually does indeed hit the ground. And shattered pieces of glass, kind of spray across the floor like you would expect. It absolutely distracts the individual whose old-fashioned you were maybe taking back at the time, his empty glass. And he kind of jerks back from the bar stool, but does not actually get up. Just the kind of thing where you want to make sure your body is clear of a falling object, even if it happens very suddenly. Anyway, it kind of looks like he's stumbling backwards. And you definitely hear somebody let out a short, kind of gaspy scream. Just the alarm of something like, when you hear something loudly dropping, like, oh, whoa,
Yeah.
You look back at the table occupied by Mackenzie Roberts, Dr. Julian Springwood, and this third individual, and you noticeably see that Springwood is pinching the bridge of his nose while holding one of his hands out toward the individual at the bar.
Okay, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I will be right, but let me just take care of this. Next one's on the house.
You see Springwood in the background. He kind of jerks his hand back and then is like fanning the front of his face like he's trying to dispel a brain freeze.
I gotta fucking go. Alright.
Oh, Ezra, you've done it.
Anyway, I'm sometimes, when my brain is online, my brain is
Clever
online.
Bastard. Do you think it's worth it for me to talk to this guy still?
I mean, I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
Just to, at least briefly.
Sure. Downside, if we know that they are, like, either watching or linked into this assistant, if I roll up, once again, like, Springwood knows who I am. They're gonna think that's real sketchy.
No, that is true. That is very true.
Yeah. And might be like, what's he doing here? Tap into my brain. And get an idea of what we're doing. So
yeah, that's not good. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we have avoided this trap.
Yeah, I want to talk to him so bad, but I think that it's not worth the risk of me specifically doing it. You could try, but once again, I would worry about you as well.
That might be
because they might be like, oh, who's this person talking to the assistant? Link into you and be like, oh, it's that agent.
Yeah.
So, but I think we have some really good clues here. I think we should dip while we...
Yeah, maybe we should just...
While we have a chance.
Yeah. In that case, I think I'm gonna, go back through, change back into my fucking civvies or whatever, and meet you...
At the bike.
Yeah. And as we're... Because I need to communicate because if you were thinking about going and talking to this guy, like, we get back and it's like...
Yeah, you need to text me and be like...
Did you tell me you were thinking about... Yeah.
I think so. I think I'll be like, I'm going to go change into my street clothes and then see if I can talk to that guy. Yeah. So you must catch me probably when I'm on my way back in and be like, don't do that.
Yeah, and I'm just like... I think, maybe we, like, pass each other. And I just kind of, like... Suddenly do the sort of, like, get enough of a shoulder in there to make you, like, stop. And just real quietly I'm like, there's a strong possibility that Springwood has some sort of connection or piggybacking ability, specifically with the assistant.
Okay, so...
Or others. I don't know.
Don't think it's worth it?
With the amount of contact the two of you had, I would say it's more likely to increase suspicion.
Okay.
Rather than generate answers.
I'll meet you at the bike then.
Okay.
The last either of you sees while you're leaving the bar, doesn't matter which direction you're going, you see Mackenzie Roberts, who had taken the wrapped up whatever back from Springwood, hand him the package after nodding a handful of times. She then gets up, walks back over to the bar, grabs the person she came in with, and the both of them walk back out toward the pool. Similarly, the larger gentleman and Springwood wait for a few minutes longer before walking away from the table and back out toward the parking lot.
To confirm, Springwood now has the package. He ended up with the item, whatever it is. Okay.
He got the item from Roberts.
Yeah, got it, went back, came back again.
And whatever Roberts wanted from Springwood, it seems it was immaterial.
It seems okay. I'm gonna send a message to Magenta and Cyan. That's just I don't know if there's like a code word that we would use for like the person whose laptop you fucking stole. That's a really stupid thing.
Okay, well say it, Kay.
Okay, so it's
Last named.
I just send them the dragon emoji, incoming, approximate ETA, X many minutes. It's a Smaug joke.
Well, there are self-inserts, so yeah, they'll get it.
Yeah, yep. Anyway. Alister does have a sense of humor.
He does.
Occasionally.
X many minutes, but enough about cable.
Fuck off.
The Days of Future Past joke for all of you.
Stupid podcast with my stupid friends.
You get a text back that just says, information received, will return the stolen laptop immediately.
Cool, we don't have to do that. Love that for us. Hopefully
Sweet.
they were able to like clone the hard drive before they kind of they can still then analyze it or whatever.
I just like the idea of you communicating to them in code.
And they're like,
and they're just like
whatever.
Yeah, the crime we did? Great.
Yeah. Their half is encrypted, your half is not.
Yeah, my half is
because that makes sense, and that's how technology works. Anyway,
I know how computers work. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. So do I.
You watch Springwood and the larger man step away. I'm going to say the larger man has a large duffel bag by his side, and you see Springwood drop the wrapped up item inside that duffel bag.
How big a duffel bag?
Definitely like gym size.
Standard? Okay.
Yeah. So not something you'd bring on a plane, like gym sized.
This is so far the longest chapter of ParaScience, and I feel like we have yet to really figure out what the mystery here is, but I'm really into it.
I'm having fun.
Uh-huh.
I
am too. Great character stuff happening, great mystery, cool environment.
I'm so into this. I'm so happy that just like fucking random flash of inspiration
Paid off, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
What a tool.
I love playing him.
I'm so
He sucks. He's a
excited.
great villain.
This is so good.
Because, like, the villain of the last arc was, like, grief, which is, like, tough, right? And then before that, it was, like, our business is failing and we want to save it. Also sad. And the first one was, like, an alien. This one is, like, there's a guy who sucks and we definitely want to beat his ass. I love that. Love having a clear-cut enemy here.
I pretty much said that, like, verbatim at the beginning of this chapter. It was like, you have dealt with a lot of concepts and forces. You have not dealt with a guy.
Yeah, there's not been, like, a big bad. So it's fun to have something like that. Anyway, so yeah, let's bike back. I assume we don't run into any issues with that.
You don't run into any issues with that. And you return back toward the Roswell Mutual Information Exchange.
Hurrah. Great.
You park your bike, but do you return back to the tent or back to the RVs is up to both of you, either of you, and we can tackle that next week.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And in the meantime, I need both of you to refresh your fate points. What you've just been listening to was ParaScience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It was an actual play horror adventure told to you through the Fate system. Our players are Ezra Kaye as Agent Alister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo-Gomes as capable young man Saint Garcia Flores. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I also produced this show. Our theme song is by the incorporeal Johnny Rinaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Terra Bosart. We are currently in the process of remastering and transcribing earlier episodes of the show, and for that I would like to thank Glory Duda, Marcel Hood, and Julie Cooper, as they write down our every word and weave an intricate web of audio for you. You can stay tuned to our social media channels for more information on these developments. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 and check out our website for all of our other podcasts at InfinityBreak.net. We appreciate you listening to this program. If you want to help spread the word, there are a good many ways to do that. Word of mouth helps us immensely, and you can add us at ParaSciencePod on Twitter. And while you're at it, why not tag InfinityBreak23? We have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak, where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. And if you listen to Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. That's all for now. Let ParaScience expand your way of thinking and offer you 10 easy steps to becoming a telepath at home. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.